before the X-Men, before Weapon X. Wolverine's struggle with his subconscious savagery first flourished in family tragedy. Some of Marvel's most acclaimed creators unite to tell the tale that shaped mutantdom's mightiest misfit.
The Macho Mandalorian is here! Oh, yeah!
What's up guys, Django Fett here, hunting down games, comics, TV shows, movies, and more. And with the new Logan movie set to come out in a few days, I thought it would be a good enough time to talk about my favorite superhero of all time, Wolverine, by talking about one of my favorite comic book stories, Origin. Written by Bill Jemas, Joe Quesada, and Paul Jenkins, and drawn by one of the best out there, Andy Kubert, who has done other acclaimed series such as Dark Tower, which are phenomenal. So as a huge Wolverine fan, I have to say this is my favorite comic book story. One of my favorite comic book stories of all time, and I freaking love this thing. So what is this about? I mean, obviously it's about Wolverine, but when is it set? What is it like? So Wolverine is actually a kid in this period. It's actually 200 years, believe it or not, due to his healing factor. So he's a kid, it's set 200, I think it's 200 to 250 years before the present time, where it's like in the 1800s, where young Logan is just a little kid, and it's actually, his name is not actually Logan, but it's actually James Howlett. So it's not actually Logan, but you do find out why his name is Logan later in the book, because there's actually a resemblance to another character who's actually a helper to the family, and his name is Logan, but he's a drunk bastard and he looks just like Wolverine. So pretty much you find out the past of how Wolverine came to be. And I gotta say, this book is freaking tragic. It is sad as hell. Wolverine's past, man, oh my goodness. You thought it would be high-flying, like, action, but man, it's much more deeper than that. This is just a much more down-to-earth story. You always wonder how he became so gruff and just hates everything and just doesn't like anybody. He grows from like 5 to I think 20 or 30, I think, in this book. So he does a lot of stuff. Basically, it just starts off where he's just a little kid, and another person comes in named Rose. She's just an Irish girl who's set to teach Wolverine, or I should say James Howlett, young James Howlett, just to progress in life. And there's also another kid as well who's Logan's son. No, it's not Sabretooth, it's somebody different. Bad shit happens and basically James has to use his claws. And it's not adamantium claws, it's bone claws. So bone claws come out of his fist, and it's a pretty crazy scene, just to say the least. So he has these bone claws, and eventually he has to flee from the manor and try to live the life with Rose away from his old life, and has to develop a new life in return, because it's basically destroyed. Basically, I'm not trying to get in deep into this. If you want to read this, please do. I'm not going to try to do any more spoilers, but this is one phenomenal book. It's so sad. It's got the character of Wolverine fully developed. It's got great artwork. The story is phenomenal. The way they develop this character of Logan, James Howlett, to Logan, to Wolverine as we know today, is phenomenal. They truly understand the character of Wolverine, and I love how they explore the origin. There would be future adaptations, which would be Origins, and then Origin 2, Wolverine, but they're not very good. This is the pinnacle. This is a true origin story, and it's truly the start of how Logan came to be, how aggressive he could be, and how damaged and just brutal character he is. It's just a sad story, and definitely, without a doubt in my mind, Wolverine Origin gets a... Also, I forgot to add, this has nothing to do with the shitty adaptation, Wolverine Origin, the movie. Oh boy, what a mess. That is not the origin of Wolverine. fuck that movie. And nothing to do with the Japanese one. That's a whole separate Wolverine comic story, which it is actually based on, but it's mediocre at best. But hopefully Logan is a good movie. I'm kind of skeptical, but I want it to be a really good movie going in, and I hope it's a really good final bout for Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, because he's instantly one of the best parts of the X-Men universe. So if you like this book, I would really recommend reading Wolverine the End, in which it's the future, Wolverine's the only one that survives out of the X-Men, and pretty much what Logan is trying to be, but I think the movie is completely different. I think they're going for Old Man Logan storyline, which is really good too. I really recommend that one. That's also set in the future. Post-apocalyptic, pretty fucked up. This one is completely different. This is one of the older stories. This is actually supposed to be something coming out right after Origin, and it has the same writer, has a different artist, but you definitely discover more things coming out from Origin, and the elements that you see from Origin that you didn't really know, they come to surface in this book, and it has a fantastic ending. It is really good too, but I think this Origin story is even better. So that is Wolverine Origin, easily one of the best origin stories and one of the best comic books ever. If you haven't read it, you're doing yourself a disservice. So next up is Logan. I cannot wait to watch that movie. I will be giving you guys a review after I watch it, which will be the next week. So after I watch it, it'll be a week later, I'll post a review. March is going to be pretty busy for me because I got Logan, I got King Kong, I got, you know, Samurai Jack to watch. I gotta do previous reviews of that. Gotta watch the new season as well as Power Rangers. Gotta watch the old season Power Rangers too, and I don't think I'll do a review of that, but I got a lot of shit on my plate for March, so yeah, that's pretty much what you can expect in the upcoming month for March. But tell me, guys, tell me in the comment section what you think of Wolverine Origin in the comment section below. If you have read it, please let me know in the comment section, and if you like this video, press that like button and comment down below. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel, Django Fett, and I'll see you, my fellow Mandalorian brothers and sisters, next time. Oh, yeah!